Hello, welcome to Avenues Asia. I am Isa Tan, Philippine editor, and today I will be talking with Biciel Tolentino, one of the women who have taken an important role in the region's poultry industry and its allied sector. Hello, Biciel.
Hello, Ma'am Isa. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay. Um, Thank you also for joining me today. Before we really start to get into the questions, can you please tell us briefly about yourself and your current role in the poultry industry?
So, for the audience, I'm Vishal Tolentino. I have been in the industry for over 27 years. I've started with a technical role in animal nutrition, and I have worked across various roles from technical, business development, and commercial roles, and now doing marketing. And yes, again, from Philippines to now APAC region. And my experience expands multi-species, but poultry as one of the key species, which has given me a well-rounded understanding of the industry value chain from feed mill to farm to market. Currently, I lead marketing with a strong focus on building brand awareness, strengthening thought leadership, and ensuring that our solutions and services are aligned with evolving customer needs. My role is really about connecting science, market insights, and customer challenges to delivering meaningful and differentiated value to the industry today.
Okay. Um, can you tell me what first sparked your interest in poultry health and nutrition?
Actually, my interest with animal nutrition started way back in high school,
Mhm.
initiated by my teacher, actually. So that's why I went into agriculture and then had a major in animal nutrition. And in terms of the actual poultry health and nutrition, my interest started with the fascination on how nutrition directly impacts animal performance and health, particularly, and ultimately food security. Because as you know, in Asia, our challenge is really um, food security.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main trigger for me.
Okay. How did you begin your career and what drew you to this field?
Um, well, the the draw to this field, like I said, was the initial interest in the technicality from high school days. And when I was in college, also, did you know? Interestingly enough, I was not planning on pursuing really the animal nutrition space. It was just a course that I happened to get into the university that I wanted to get into. And then I was planning to do computer science as an example or law. But then when I looked at the need that this industry is meeting, I felt that I could make a difference and create an impact to this industry and to the world around us as a whole. So, yeah.
That's what you got. Okay. Um, were there any challenges that you faced when you entered the industry, especially as a woman? Because there's still quite a bit of uh, men in this industry.
Yes, even until now, especially in certain countries. But even when I started, the agribusiness was very much male dominated. There were definitely moments when I had to work harder to establish credibility and be heard in the industry. But over time, I realized that while skills and knowledge are important, it can always be learned. So, character is what truly defines your impact. So, as a woman, qualities like integrity, resilience, consistency, and respect for others are much harder to build, and they are what earn long term interest. So, I guess that's how I focus on showing up with professionalism and then staying committed to delivering results and treating people with respect, regardless of the situation. So, yeah, I guess over time, performance and character speak louder than perception.
Okay. Um, who or what has been the most influential in shaping your career path?
A combination of mentors, coaches along the way. I mean, good line managers, who have supported me from the beginning and who remain friends today. That's a very big factor, I would say. They have been good role models. And of course, the diverse roles I've been into, from technical again to commercial to now marketing, and then exposure to different markets, having had the opportunity to work in the region where, as you know, it's very diverse. So I think it mainly shaped my career and my career path. Um, but again, mentors, both men and women, played a key role by challenging me to think bigger and step outside my comfort zone. That has always been a big factor.
Okay. Um, from your perspective, over time, how has the role of women in, well, let's just say in the animal industry evolved over the years?
There's been a significant progress. When I started, like I said, women were less visible, especially in technical and leadership roles. Especially, I
Mhm.
was very young then. But today, we see more women across all levels, I mean, literally across levels, from farm management to executive leadership. And more importantly, there's a growing recognition of the value that diversity brings into innovation and decision making.
What unique strengths you think do women bring to marketing and leadership in this sector?
From personal experience, I would say women often bring strong collaboration skills,
Mm.
empathy, and the ability to connect across different stakeholders. I think I can really say this for myself. In marketing, especially, this is particularly important because it's about understanding people, not just products. Yeah, so that's also a natural inclination towards holistic thinking for women, which helps in balancing business performance with long-term impact, sustainability even.
Mhm.
I guess
Okay.
that's, yeah.
Mhm. Um, what barriers still exist for women in this industry, and how do you navigate them?
Well, while we have improved a lot over the years, I think there's still some unconscious bias and also limited representation in some markets, and of course, work-life balance
Yeah.
challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've navigated this by staying focused on delivering results wherever I may be expected to deliver results. And of
Mhm.
course, building strong networks, leveraging the resources I have, and advocating for myself and for others. It's also important to support the next generation by creating more inclusive environments. So I make sure that I try and help the new generation um, on what I have experienced, I would say, so that they can also learn their lessons and not make the same mistakes that I made, for example.
Do you feel that you've made a lot of mistakes along the way?
Oh, for sure. Yes. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I think, yes. Come to
Okay.
think about it, yes, definitely. And I think it's made me a stronger person and a more balanced person, I would say.
Okay. Um, what trends in poultry health or animal health and nutrition marketing excite you the most right now?
Well, I think it's very obvious. Everyone is raving about it. The use of digital tools, use of data, and obviously AI per se. I think today we have only touched a very small portion of the potential of putting this all together. And I think if we truly understand the customer needs, these tools can deliver more personalized solutions, I would say. But again, the challenge lies on how you efficiently use these tools, especially AI. But it's really exciting. It makes me wonder sometimes on what can really achieve with AI. So just to give a context on this, my 11-year-old boy just finished publishing a book. Uh, it's in a downloadable app, which again was helped a lot by AI. Although the plot and the what do you call that um,
The actual
was
story.
was really was really created by him. Also, for example, my husband is creating apps right now that is downloadable just by prompts from AI. So it's really amazing, and I think there's really a lot more to explore in terms of application in our industry. I think it's much easier to do it in other industries, and there's a lot of potential for our industry itself.
How do you see women shaping the future of animal sustainability and innovation?
I think women will play a critical role in driving more inclusive and sustainable approaches. Like I said earlier, we tend to be more focused on collaboration and long term thinking, and we have a lot of empathy as well. So, women leaders can help balance productivity with environmental and social responsibility. And as more women enter the field, we will see even greater innovation through diverse perspectives. So that could really help a lot in terms of new things for the future.
Okay.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself and the industry in the medium term and in the long term?
I see myself contributing more strategically, helping shape marketing approaches that are more customer centric and data driven with the help of AI. So I imagine myself really developing or improving my AI skills so that I get to maximize the resource that is available in the future. And I imagine myself really transforming more to match the digitalization and the new world that is being ushered in today. And for the industry, I think it's very similar. I expect continued transformation driven by innovation and digitalization, like I said. And of course, the need to produce more with fewer resources, more with less, right? Poultry will remain a key protein resource source anyway, globally, so making our role even more important.
Okay. Um, so my last question for you would be this. It's not really a question, I suppose, but um, if there's one message you'd like the audience to remember about women in the animal protein industry, what would it be?
So I believe women are not just participating in the poultry industry. We are helping shape its future with our unique contribution, with our unique set of capabilities and the way we see things. I think we are really making a difference. So, with the right opportunities and support, I believe women can drive innovation, strengthen communities. I'd like to highlight that, and also help build a more sustainable and resilient food system.
Okay. Definitely working hard towards food security then.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you for joining me, Viciel, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Ma'am Isa.